Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we have a hell of a show in store for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, as you guys know, there's been some pretty big news surrounding the NBA and its media right deals. As you guys know, their contract expired with some of the networks. They were coming off of a $25 billion deal, and now they just re-upped for another deal, which is roughly 3 times the size of that other deal, for a $77 billion deal over 11 years. And the major partners in this deal are, of course, let me just get it here, ESPN, NBC Universal / Peacock, and Amazon. And if you notice those 3 names, there's one particular name missing, and that name is Warner Brothers Discovery with TNT, right, with Turner. And that's really where we kick off this entire thing. As you guys know, with this new, agreement in place, it cut out Warner Brothers, which featured probably the #1 show in all of the NBA, which is Inside the NBA. And we're no longer going to have Charles Barkley or Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, and Shaq covering the NBA after next season is over, because after that, their show is going to be canceled. And with that, it has brought on a lot of conversation and a range of opinions. And one of those people that are absolutely not happy about this news is Charles Barkley himself, right? Charles Barkley has been very upset with this, with this development, and he basically took it upon himself to essentially call out the NBA and its players for basically, prioritizing revenue and profits over NBA fans, right? And he said it's an absolute travesty that they just decided to cancel a show or kill a show that so many fans love, just for the simple fact that they wanted to get in bed with companies like Amazon, because they're going to have the amount of money that they would need to pay them moving forward. So what happened recently, he had a sit down on the Dan Patrick show. This just came out yesterday. And during his sit down, he was basically talking about the NBA and talking about the players who decided to prioritize profits over the fans. So these are the comments that we want to get into today. Before we even get into what Charles Barkley had to say, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Game Time. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. For example, I am super excited about the upcoming MLB games. With Game Time tickets, I can easily pick the best tickets for me. I love that I can choose between different deals. I have the option to select the cheaper deal, the best option deal, or my favorite, the flash deal. The flash deal gives me the option to find discounts that I can only find on Game Time. Once I select the ticket I want, I can view my seat. And it's not just restricted to baseball. I can also look for the best ticket deals for other sports like football, the NBA, concerts, comedy, or other theater shows. Included in my purchase, I also have a 24-hour return guarantee, a lowest price guarantee, event cancellation protection. So take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we'd like to do now is like to play exactly what Charles Barkley had to say about the NBA choosing to basically, get rid of that show and get rid of Warner Brothers, and then the NBA players going along with it. So I want to play that for you now, and I'm going to come back and react to this comment. Take a listen to what Charles Barkley had to say here.
How did we get to this point?
Money. The money's just gotten so astronomical, and the owners they need this money to pay these players, and the fans are the big loser, but they need this money to pay the players. Dan, I was telling some friends of mine, you know how old I am? I remember the first time an NBA player made $1 million, we were going around the locker room high-fiving each other. And I'm talking like, I'm in the locker room with Dr. J, Moses, Maurice Cheeks, Andrew Toney, Clement Johnson, all these guys. We can't, and this was like 86, 87, I think. The first time an NBA player made $1 million. We were highly like, we can't believe it. And now $1 million, that's per diem.
Your boss at TNT probably didn't help the cause when he said that we don't need the NBA. So I wonder what the priority was with the NBA. Like, we want it, but we want it at a certain price.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about that, to be honest with you. Did they have something to do with it? Not really, because we did say we would match. So yeah, but they didn't give us an opportunity. What I really think happened was because they bought in another partner. This was a last-ditch cash grab by the NBA and the players. That's why I think they signed an 11-year deal. So they're like, hey, let's get as much money as we possibly can right now. This is going to be our last bite of the apple because TNT, ABC, ESPN, they're not going to pay more money going forward. That's why I think they're like, hey, you know what? Let's get in bed. And I'm not blaming because I love Adam. I love Adam. Hey, let's get in bed with the streaming because they're going to be the only people who can afford us in 11 years.
So you heard what Charles Barkley had to say about that. What are my thoughts on this? The NBA wanting to make more money on this product, I think, is a natural thing. I think all of us want to make more, want to improve more, you want to earn more as time goes on, right? So the NBA certainly wanted to do that, and they did just that, right? They did just that. They found a way to triple their revenue over the next 11 years. So kudos to the NBA, right? Kudos to the NBA. They wanted to make more money. The wrinkle here is really them deciding not to go with Warner Brothers after they matched the offer. That's the part where things get complicated. And as you guys know, Warner Brothers is going to be suing the NBA. They're going to be suing them, and they're going to go to court, and that's going to be something entirely different. So that's the strange part about this. But the NBA and the league wanted to make more money, I think, is something that every business usually wants to do, right? Now, it changes the dynamic. Because now if you want some of these games, you're going to have to sign up to Amazon. Now, what's interesting is, and someone in the comment section pointed this out to me, he said, if you already use Amazon, if you already have an Amazon account, you already get Prime. So you already have access to it, which was something that was unclear to me. But let me tell you what Amazon is going to be getting in this deal, which they're paying $1.8 billion for. Amazon is going to be getting an NBA conference final every other year. Thursday night games once the NFL season ends, weekly Friday or Saturday night games all season long, Emirates in-season tournament, early round playoff games similar to NBA TV's current package, international rights, unspecified WNBA package. Now, the interesting part about this deal is this. It says weekly Friday or Saturday night games all season long. So if you want to partake and watch those games, you're going to need to be using Amazon. Now, I have access to all the games because I watch them on NBA.com. I paid for the season subscription that renews every year, so I get to watch all the games. I can watch Olympic games and all. I just go to NBA.com, and that's where I watch it. They charge me, I think, it's $100 and something a year. I forgot what the price is, but that's what I pay, right? So that's where I watch all the games. But the NBA wants to move its revenue forward, and I can almost envision the players being a part of it in terms of them wanting to make it happen, right? And, this is business. This is just what it is. Sometimes they're going to prioritize money over fans. Now, here's the important part to pay attention to. Should a business want to grow its revenue and make money? I think yes. I don't see anything wrong with that. I think, however, one thing has to be at the center of all of it, which is, number one, in this case, the fan experience and the product itself. If you want to increase your revenues while diluting the product or promoting or selling an inferior product, then we have problems, right? Then we have problems. And there are a lot of people that afford that. They're like, if it's going to make money, let's do it. I'm totally against that. It's not every single thing that makes money. You got to do it, right? It's not every single thing. Money, yes, is a driving factor, but there should be other things that inform the decisions you make that will bring you money. Otherwise, you're just going to be, anybody that brings you money, you're going to do it. And you don't want to be in that group, right? You want to make money, but you also want to have some parameters in place. In this particular case, the NBA probably sees the league is going in a different direction, and they probably want to move it in that direction. Who knows? But Charles Barkley is entitled to his views on the matter. He stated his views. So what I want to know from the audience, what do you think about our analysis? Where do you lie on this issue? Are you with Charles or are you with the NBA? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section, and we'll catch you guys on the next show. Peace.